Oh, Wanda, we actually had some coffee from there.
$5. And I'm like, well,
Could have made you some of that.
Well, yeah. Will this taste as good as Wheeler's? And I'll tell you what. I'll show you what my face looks like when I drink it. You can already tell. The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Good Saturday morning, fellow pickers, would-be adventurers. Dealer here with the Crazy Picker Life. Saturday morning, still barely Saturday morning. Well, I'm getting a little bit of a late start today. We've got potentially some things scheduled, some fun things, and I'm having to pick up the pace here a little bit and see if I can get on it and get on track. Got up this morning and sort of got my classroom back together. A couple of weeks of slow grading on school papers, and I'm sitting in paperwork, and so I've got to get back and file all my kids' tests and all their homework and look through certain things that need grading and play a little catch up. And I can understand why kids in the public school and in private school have so many days off. It's so the teachers can catch up. The teachers are usually there working, and the amount of paperwork and grading tests is pretty heavy. So I spent the morning doing that, and before I knew it, the morning was almost gone. My post office closes at 11:30 a.m. on Saturdays. Comes a fast runner. And that means that I've got to get down there before then. Otherwise, I have to go in the afternoon at 3 o'clock, and I have to do my secret knock and drop off packages. But this morning I need a money order for some test strips to pay somebody, so I have to get in there before they close. And it's gonna be a really nice, calm, warm day today. I'm hoping to get out picking with this gentleman that I met with earlier in the week and got 40 or so items from. I need to measure this pole that's hooked to this porcelain street lamp. We did a little research on it, and the pole definitely adds some pretty good money to it. The problem with the pole is it may be pickup only. It's not really super heavy, but it certainly is long, and I have to see how I can detach it for shipping. So I think I'll drop this off, and the next time you see me, I'll be with the pole, looking it over. All right, so we're looking at this porcelain shade. It does have quite a bend in it, and looking at it, just thinking about it right on the fly, I bet you this thing, I bet the post fell.
Probably. Yeah, that's true.
I bet the post fell, and it fell, maybe not full weight or some weight on the...
Well, it fell on one side, like that side.
Yeah, the one side is schminkled. So these porcelain shades from these type of lamps do go for pretty good money. My battery's blinking. Over $100 in this condition.
A little bit more than that even, because the one that sold for that was...
Over $100 is what I said.
I see. So it could be anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I see.
But yeah, 100 and up. And the problem is this pole. This pole is desirable. We're going to take some measurements on it and see if it can be shipped UPS when we take this thing
move
apart.
It from there, and then you're left with like
to
there somewhere.
So we're going to get some measurements and get a new battery in the thing here. Okay, so I wasn't sure about that. I've shipped some pretty long signs, but then they've got a pretty good width component to them, length times width. And so this, you can ship UPS, I guess, up to 108 inches, but then you've got to fit within the 150, 160 width times girth, and I sort of knew that, but you know, you got to double check things before you're going to lay money on the table. This this post can be removed. We probably have to take the bottom ornate piece off too, and it may end up being 2 boxes. It may end up being 3 boxes. The shipping alone is going to be reasonably expensive, but because this post can now be mounted to this, you know, this longer bracket post can be mounted to a telephone pole or any type of a post, a flag post or something like that, even I guess a bracket and a side of a building. The people don't have to hunt around for this. I don't know. I'm sure these posts aren't cheap. People want the vintage look. They want it to fit right in there. Who knows exactly what the thinking is? Somebody's going to have to try to schminkle that back or not. Guess it just has a pretty good look. But I think I'm going to keep it and sell it as a unit. The bracket here, bracket and post, should add a couple $100 to it. So this whole unit, the way it sits, will be listed for $225, $250 or higher, maybe as high as $300 or $350 with shipping, depending on what we can find on there. They don't exist as a unit very much. Some people want to complete a certain look. I don't know. I just don't know. I sold some other porcelain shades recently, vintage ones, for quite a bit of money. I don't know where I put them. I don't know if I have them back here, if I have them in my inventory. I have to box those up today for Monday shipment. So they're out here. I don't run across too many that are in great shape. The ones outside typically are still up there, or they are pretty beat up. They fell down, got shot with a shotgun. The building fell down, and there they are. You know, they tend to be pretty beat up. Porcelain does age well, and it has a certain look. And they do make new ones in China. I ran into a China-made porcelain lampshade at this same guy's place, and I just passed on it because I was like, if you had 6 of them maybe as matching ones, I would sell them, but I'm not going to sell a made in China one, onesie twosie. I just don't think there's the margin there, and I don't want to be boxing big stuff up just for $10 or something like that. I mean, boxing bigger stuff up, you got to have a little bit more margin in my mind to make it worth it. Okay, so this whole morning towards the end here, it was kind of like get to the post office before it closes. Now I had to measure this to make sure what I'm going to do to talk to this guy. Now I'm going to talk to this guy and try to buy this thing, and I'm also going to try to go picking with him a little bit this afternoon. And if that works out, then we're going to be scootily doodly doing out of here. And my bank was closed yesterday, so I have to go to the ATM time machine, money machine, whatever you want to call it. It was a time machine in my era. I guess it worked. Here I am. But anyway, you know, I have a number of different checking accounts and places to get money. I like to go to the bank and take it out of my main account. That would be the way to do it. My bank let me down. They were closed yesterday on Friday. So I've got to, you know, I want to bring some cash to this pick. So my day is kind of stacked. It could all fall apart based on the next phone call.
I need to go in and optimize my notifications at some point because they're draining this thing like nothing.
Well, figure it out.
So I'm saying, so I'll do that sometime.
Figure out your phone, man. Figure out that new gadget. Okay, we are on. We are on like Donkey Kong. So, made the guy an offer on this pole, $40. I'm trying to be fair with him. I don't know what I paid for the lampshade, probably $20. If you take it, it was bundled in with, it was almost the deal killer. It was bundled in with 3 pedal cars, and can't remember if there was something else in there. Oh yeah, that skeleton from from a old pedal tractor, and I see that somebody recognized that thing off a picture, so I knew people would. The pedal cars were recognizable, but I thought that, you know, the comment section, I look through there every day and I read all those, but I do have a lot of things going in and out of my head. So I think there was information on that pedal car skeleton too, and if there was, the tractor skeleton, I appreciate that. Anyway, got those 4 pieces plus the lamp for $125, I think. So the lamp, you know, 20 bucks, pole 60, no, 40, so a total of 60. 60, should be able to sell it for 250 or more, maybe 300. I'll probably list it at 300, even 350. If there's none of them out there, you know, the people will pay up. They can't get it anywhere and they want it, so whatever, I will provide it. The good news, or the interesting news, is we're going picking with the same guy today, and he may have some more of those left that he didn't scrap, because he took these out of a town and he said there were a bunch of them. So that would be cool. I told him I'd rather take apart 10 of these in one afternoon than just horse around with one and then put the tools away. So anyhow, we're going to be leaving here in about a half hour. I've got to double check some things, and like I said, my bank was closed, so now I've got to figure out which accounts I can pull the maximum 300 a day out of. It's so ridiculous. You know, you got to play the game a little bit. Shame on me for not having cash on hand. We've been trying to financing for our refinance and this building and everything else. We've been trying to keep things real simple, and that means I don't get a big wad of cash in my hands for picking at all times. So shame on me. I want to bring $2 grand, and I think I can do it. All right, more later. Oh, you're all fuzzy. There he is. So Wheeler's getting serious today because he's got his watch
talk with Wheeler.
Watch talk going on here. So you couldn't wear what?
Couldn't wear my old Russian watch there because it has acrylic crystal which scratches super easy.
Yeah, and it has
exposed crystal.
We're getting into some serious.
And then I was thinking,
picking here.
I could wear my sapphire crystal, kind of fancy one, because that's super scratch resistant, but it's more prone to shattering. So instead, I was going with my G-Shock because it's super tough all around. I can just like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, but we're not going to an MMA match. This is picking, man.
Yeah, well, you never know, man.
You never know what we're gonna run into. So I thought I'd get trendy and try this hopped, cold brewed coffee here, single origin, Rwanda, small batch roasted.
Oh, Rwanda, we actually have some coffee from there.
$5. And I'm like, well,
made you some of that.
Well, yeah. Will this taste as good as Wheeler's? And I'll tell you what. I'll show you what my face looks like when I drink it. You can already tell. Yeah, that's how it feels, man. It's no, it's.
What's in it? What's up with it?
I don't know. Go ahead and see what this reaction is here. Don't go too heavy, man.
It's basically black coffee, but it's something sour a bit in there.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, there you go. Balanced with notes of citrus. Oh, I see. So yeah, this is the Rwanda coffee. We have some of that in the freezer.
You're a tough guy, man.
Yeah. We have some of that in the freezer.
He remained objective even through all the.
Well, I was trying to taste it. I'm analyzing it.
But you've already had coffee this morning.
Yeah, I had my coffee.
So you've already warmed up. This was me going.
Yeah.
I went in cold.
We have some of that in the freezer. It's basically, it's grown in Africa alongside like all kinds of flowers and stuff. It's picked a little bit earlier, so it's more flowery than other coffee.
As long as it's not the cat poop coffee.
Yeah, so we actually have some of that, which is kind of weird.
We have some of that?
Yeah, we have 2 of them, 2 bags of it. We got on sale.
The stuff you're just talking about, or cat poop coffee?
No, this stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like what?
Good right there.
Buying a cat poop coffee for $100 a pound or whatever.
No, cat poop coffee is expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're ever out picking and you see the big sale on cat poop coffee, get excited. Pick up a few trays and resell it on Amazon. Okay, so got my coffee, got a little food in. Wheeler's got his watch. What was I doing with this camera? We're leaving. Well, I have no idea what we're getting into.
No hunting or trespassing. Security notice. Video surveillance in use.
Yeah.
Wow, where?
We're out in the middle of nowhere.
Video surveillance. Don't see any poles.
You would never know there's anything here.
Nope.
Except there's a big pile.
That might be his shack over there. I don't know.
There's a big pile of junk here. I don't see any barns and stuff right here, but
Some in the area.
he may own some land out here. Got some cattle down there.
You mentioned the farm, so I'm thinking that might be over there or something.
Well, this might be the farm.
Huh?
No idea what we're getting into. We're just going with it. Yeah, this is a pretty good scrapping operation of some kind going on out here. He's got all kinds of old stuff. He's got his own pile. It goes all the way that way, and it goes back, 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 back. Woo! What a workout!
Yeah.
Well, we ain't getting rich today, but we got some cool stuff.
Again, another gateway picking thing.
Well, we're being taken through the motion here. We got another a pick lined up down the road a couple weeks. We still haven't got to the good stuff. The problem is the good stuff. He's using us as a pricing measure,
Yep.
and then most of the good stuff I think will be off limits.
Yeah.
We had some cool pieces today that we could not unscrew, so we got to go back and get those.
Yep. We need to bring some proper tools next time. We need a toolbox, a picker toolbox.
We're not used to this hardcore in the field.
Not used to it, but I enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, we took some still pictures, and I don't know where we'll put them in. I guess still pictures right here. Not quite as big a load as last time, although we got a set of 4 old Pepsi signs. They're all like 4 foot by 4 foot, and they're all screwed together. 2 of them are yellow and 2 of them are older. The 2 yellow ones, if I remember correctly, are exponentially more than the blue ones, but still, they're not crazy. Well, they're all beat up. They are. Somebody screwed them or fastened them all together with a wood backing and made a door out of it for a barn, and he was able to bring that back in his trailer. We're gonna go help him unload that on his land, and we're gonna have to come back and get a crowbar and a screw gun and a hammer and take those all apart another time. Coming weeks, we get bored. And we had this I guess you probably saw the pictures of it in the last set of pictures that I just put up. But there's a real cool aluminum chrome visor set up on a higher end farm truck. It's like the King Ranch from the 50s. There's this way step up trim level. we couldn't get about 4 of the screws out, so we need to bring back a drill and drill those out. May be worth something, may not be worth so much, but we ended up not paying for it and taking half of it with us, so we're still hooked in on that. We'll show the rest of it here in a few minutes when we get home. It'll be a few minutes on the video. Any other thoughts, Wheeler?
Jeep J10, Golden Eagle or whatever.
Yeah, I think I put the pictures of the Jeep. Is it a J10?
J10, I think. That's what
Yeah, it's the
Golden Eagle. Is that what it said?
Golden Eagle version.
Something like that.
It's got a big V8 in there. It's a pretty cool truck.
Awesome.
It's got no wheels.
No, that's a problem.
It's a mess.
Yep.
We got a price on it if we want it and flip it or want it and build it.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to build.
It would. I'd probably give it to somebody to build up more realistically. That's the thing.
Maybe we'll make it as our office, what do you call it?
Office prize.
Office prize for December.
Just keep building on it every month.
Mom couldn't complain as much,
No.
but of course now we're talking right to the video.
Yeah.
Hi, Lon. It's just inventory.
It is, yeah.
Well, you probably could flip the thing.
Yeah. Paint is awesome. That's what I like about it. The eagle on the hood is awesome.
Well, that's the high-end
Yep.
option version.
And I don't mind a pickup truck. That's not the worst thing. You won't seat as many people, but you could add a 3-row. You can have 3 people in the thing, and then you can fit all your stuff in the truck. It's not bad. I like it.
So we got some cool signs. We got some beat-up signs. We got one that is going to do pretty well for us. We'll show all that stuff in here in a few minutes. I got to drive now. This guy drives fast, and he's right on me. All right, well, here's a little teaser.
A few porcelains in there. I guess we got like 4 porcelain signs.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff in there that's all in there that we got to unpack. Unfortunately, I'm going to have Wheeler work here a little bit. We're going to get some pizza ordered, but I got to go home, and I've been told my project is cleaning the mold off of the bathroom ceiling. Oh my goodness, you know,
great project.
it's interesting here because it's such a dry climate. They didn't put in fans in the bathrooms here. In Wisconsin, every bathroom has a fan, an exhaust fan, and around here, none of the old houses have them. And so I have 8 people taking a shower. Their bathroom doesn't do well, especially when it turns into winter. Uh-oh, I'm losing my sunlight here. So I'm the guy that's got to get up there and scrub the son of a gun. I've been told that since I'm a bad guy, that today's the day to earn some points. So that's where I got to go until and then I'm going to unload this stuff later. That's my fun. Okay, goodbye. All right, so BP and I just unloaded it. Somebody wonders why you say yep. Is it yep or yup?
Yep.
Yeah, so why do you say that all the time?
I don't know, it's like my go-to phrase.
Does Wheeler do that too?
Nope.
Just you?
Yep.
Somebody was asking. I'm gonna have to ask Wheeler if he yuppers. Is it because you're related to that Hester character from Storage Wars?
Yeah, maybe.
We used to watch that quite a bit, maybe too much during your informative years, your formidable years. Okay, so BP here and myself unpacked the load. And I'm going to show you a few of these items here in a minute. I was going to show banana peeler here, this box. So this box of stuff, it's full of junk. There's some carburetors in there and some other electrical pieces, and then there's probably 10 or 12 gauges. And I paid 30 bucks for the whole box. I'm hoping some of these gauges are good ones, automotive gauges, can be identifiable. If not, we'll probably get bailed out by lotting them up. So I'm going to have you pull this stuff out of here and identify it by looking it up and then deciding and making a recommendation if we're going to lot that up or not, okay?
Yep.
And these carburetors and stuff, for the most part, unless we can tell exactly what they are, or unless they're good, it's just not our thing. So I doubt that they're going to be worth much unless it turns out we got something rare in there. All right?
Yep.
So you can go get some pizza if you want. You've already said that you wanted to. Are you still yupping?
Yep.
See you in a little while.
Next time I've done it this part.
Yeah, have you been doing it more now that I mentioned it?
Yep.
I have no idea, you know. We're in a microcosm here or something of yupsters. No idea. So today's pick was interesting. We left some things out there and they're still open end for some good things. Didn't leave too many things behind that I wanted. There certainly are some other signs out there that he's not willing to part with right now, and there's Honda motorcycles, there's an old Jeep J10 Super Eagle, I think, or whatever. There's pictures of that in that little picture section that we did a little while ago. Maybe there's a flip there, maybe not. There's all kinds of metal, steel, etc. Which reminds me, I didn't find that one little shelf box thing, bucket thing. It's still in the van. Oh well, no big deal. So, Long's Food Store. This is a little bit too long of a sign, but for 50 bucks I couldn't leave it back. It's porcelain and fairly cool. I don't know what its future is, either hanging it up or I'll have to measure it and see if we can sell it. It's pretty darn big. Oh, I think I heard the pizza. Zimatic is a farming sign. I paid 30. I'm sure I can flip my money, double my money on that. I did that to get the ball rolling. And then I got a bunch of road signs in pretty bad condition. Some I'm more interested in than others. The dip sign is, did we get our pizza?
Yep, pizza's up.
Showing our stuff off a little bit.
Yeah.
The dip sign is embossed. That's a little bit better. May or may not bend it back. The slow sign is embossed. May or may not bend that back. The dead end sign is cool. It's not embossed. It's got lots of bullet holes. That's pretty neat. This is kind of a different one too. A maintenance, travel at your own risk. And it's got the cool cracks of age. So I don't know if that's going to be a super good one. This one's just a weird one that we threw in. Next 1 3/4 miles. So whatever.
What's next 1 3/4 miles?
This is a Hot Point Appliances porcelain sign. We have 2 of them. The porcelain's in decent condition. The edges are roached, and it's got this board in the middle that'll have to be taken off. And there's another one on the other side. It might need to stay on there. Who knows? None of this stuff did we pay a lot for, and some of it I bundled up because I'll show you why, because in a minute. Any of these tool holders usually go pretty well. This is Blackhawk hand tools. It's not a big seller, but people definitely want those things. Fiberglass signs, Daydream. 2 of them, the one back there buried, and this top one are fiberglass. This one's plastic.
I wonder what the 390 is.
These are fiberglass. Don't know why the fiberglass, but I think Daydream, and the idea that it's old. Maybe I'm daydreaming, but I think that'll be okay. These are some cool. What do you think these are?
Well, there's tractor spotlights, but they came off of a what's that thing called?
Well, something that was out in the field doing
Harvester.
work. Yeah. It says tractor lens, and I think it has a name on there, but these are pretty old. And I think there's going to be somebody that's going to want those on their tractor project somewhere. One's better than other. This one's clean. That one's got a little bit of a broken lens. In the snapshots, you probably saw this visor thing on a International Harvester like truck, big truck. Ford. We got the 2 side ones off. We had to leave the big visor until we come back with some tools. I think that's going to be good. I'll have to look up the brand. It made the truck look really fancy, old. And then this is what we were after. It's a piece of a crown, Royal Crown, I think.
Red Crown.
Or Red Crown gasoline sign. Obviously the crown still looks good. It's attached to some boards. It actually was in somebody's field, attached to a sign. Attached to a fence. And they used it to plug a hole in a fence or something. Wheeler's over here seeing if we made any money or not.
Yeah, to see if I could get a picture of the full thing.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Oh, red crown.
Yep, circular.
What should that one sell for?
Oh, I don't know. That's the Wisconsin Historical Society.
Yeah.
I'm sure that one's...
So, I bundled some things together to get this piece. I'm hoping to get $300, $400, $500, maybe $600 if I wait for it. Obviously, in mint, full condition, that's the kind of sign that's probably a few thousand or more. The box of goodies. This is another hot point sign that will clean up real nicely. This one's probably actually in better condition, even though it's dusty. I think that might be it.
Nice shape. One went for $2,600 at auction. Then one in a little bit worse shape with some bullet holes and a little bit different design went for $1,500 plus shipping. Same one.
Oof, that's not looking good.
$985 plus shipping. And this one's all chipped up. $1,295.
Yeah, that's not looking good.
Hmm.
Because those are still whole.
I see.
I need a piece of them. Yeah, that's.
Those are little pieces. That's
those
a pump,
must be
pump
smaller.
rack. Yeah, this is a plate off a pump rack.
It's hard to tell sometimes when you're just looking down through here.
Pretty schminkled.
Man.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that's not looking so good.
No.
Oh well.
In bad shape.
I'm a guy who waits, and so there's a time where there's no red crown available. Some people like bits and pieces. Huh?
And look at it. Is it double-sided?
I don't think so.
Some people are saying these are, but...
It's hard. It'd be hard to tell. So we had one of those days. I think he spent about $900. We also have 4 Pepsi signs that we may or may not have had a picture in the picture section on that. They're all nailed together. We're going to go out there for an hour and pop them apart, and those were in the bundle here. I think those will go pretty well too. We just have to do a little work on them. So I would say on $900 we're going to double our money after expenses today. Probably not much more. I don't think there's any super oddball crazy stuff here, but it was a lot of fun. And I like listing this stuff. If if I'm fortunate and if I want to wait and we haven't looked it up, maybe the Hot Point appliances signs are hotter than I think, but I don't think they're super hot. It'd be nice if we could get $250 each plus shipping on those. Maybe I'm low, maybe I'm high. Okay, I got to go eat some pizza and move along. Got orders to pack. All right, got some packing done and we got our pizza done. I was looking at this Hot Point sign and I guess I knew what was going on there, but you see all those holes in the middle there. That actually had some neon on it originally. There's a guy trying to get a pretty nice one, two-sided with no neon. Trying to get $1,900 or best offer plus heavy-duty shipping. So that puts those in a pretty good place. None sold, long sell, all that kind of good stuff. Everything else here is okay. I'm not down about the stuff. I'm just fatigued. It was a long day out in the field and lifting stuff around and climbing up stuff. I felt like the real American pickers digging around and getting in there. So I was a little disappointed we didn't get into some of the better stuff because I had brought some more money and I wanted to keep going, but that's just how that goes. This one's pretty neat, but I don't think I can ship it. I think it's just outside of shipping. I'm gonna have to look at it. It's not one that would be in huge demand either, but certainly it would go for $150 plus shipping or $200 plus shipping, I think, if I waited. There's some other good things. These fiberglass signs, the real ones, not the middle one there, that top one, Daydream, that'll clean up nice. Apparently those are kind of scarce, so I don't know what the collector's value is on those. Everything else is reasonably oddball and will be interesting. This is a little bit of a disappointment. I'm going to have to do a little more research on that. I was hoping it was a little more scarce, a little more rare than I think it is, and so it may not be as much as I think. It may be $300 if I wait. $300 plus shipping. It still looks cool, and not everybody wants a perfect one. In fact, I think some people actually like signs that have schminkles and crinkles and stories behind them. So I'll have to come up with a story of how this thing was on a gate or a fence to keep the cows in or something like that. And I won't be stretching the truth, because I could take pictures of it on the old rotted wood that it's on. I think I probably will. You know, that seems to sell things. So the story can sell. So we'll go from there. Part of what I'm going to get here, other than doubling my money, or maybe even more of those Pepsi signs could really pan out. Not sure. I'll have to do some research on that. We got future picking, and this guy's out all the time looking for stuff, and eventually I'm hoping to get some of his better stuff. He's got Buick signs, and he's got good John Deere and other dealership signs and some cool stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna go home and watch a movie with Lon, spend some time with her, and sometimes I do that and I let the boys here, Banana Peeler and Wheeler, I let them feel like they're running the shop and keeping down things, and I kind of test them to see if they can list and do stuff when I'm gone. And I think that's good for them. It gives them some feeling of responsibility, and you know, I just like to do that. Not to mention, I like to spend time with my wife, and I like to take a little time to myself. So I'll be back to finish this thing off and edit it, and then spend some more time watching TV with the boys. Oh, last call in the office. So good movie with Lon, some Civil War movie with the guy that does the commercials with the Lincolns. I don't know, I can't remember his name, but the Lincoln commercial dude. Good movie, Civil War movie, 2 hours and 15 minutes. So it's now late. Well, I was pretty dusty and musty and crusty from crawling all around that land with that pick today. So I got a good hot shower, got a movie in, got a little snuggling in with Lon. Didn't get much work in. I'm gonna have a lot of orders to pack early Monday morning. I don't like to do that to myself, but sometimes you gotta say hey. All right, so let's check in on the guys here for a minute. I know Wheeler's been listing. He's just about there, so he did a good job tonight.
Yeah, a pizza coma, but snapped out of it.
Pizza coma. Hey, you got that? Show me that little camera there. Where do we get that one?
This one?
No.
That one?
Yeah, what is that?
Yashica 44, little gray, baby Yashica TLR 29 reflex camera.
Is it worth anything?
Done like that. Yeah.
I like the color.
Yep.
Is it in good shape like we thought?
Yep. Seems in reasonable shape. Meter doesn't work as expected.
Yeah. What does that go for?
$200.
$200. Yeah.
Yep.
I really like the looks of those.
Yep.
All that.
Cool looking.
I mean, they have a bunch of different versions.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna make it.
Making it.
You did good. Movie time soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek tonight.
Yep.
Popcorn.
Yep.
Sody pop. Pizza coma.
Nope.
Whoop. He's gonna put his number up. You got a number? What'd you list?
I'll play marble.
Oh yeah, that set of figures.
Yep.
$20 plus shipping. How many figures?
16 plus a bunch of accessories like hats.
Yeah, you think it'll go?
Yep.
So, tell me about these gauges.
They're not that great individually.
Yeah.
So we'll probably sell all 12 of them in a lot for about $75 plus shipping.
Yeah, something around there. So, were you able to find any of them?
A couple of them.
They just don't. People just don't sell them. So the names or anything didn't really matter.
No, not really.
Okay.
And the ones that were going were all new.
Oh, like new old stock,
Yeah.
or like remakes.
Newer and new old stock.
Yeah. So they look sort of like general gauges, like water and
Yep.
oil and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why don't you put you got foot barefoot? Look at those jammies. Woo, I was really relaxed during the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you put that tote away and put that cardboard box away where it belongs?
Mm-hmm.
And then you just leave the rest of it?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so everything, you know, the shop still runs. Now, for those of you who think that my kids are here more than me, because I have some detractors from the channel that think that my kids do all the work, I guess. Tune in on, not tomorrow, Sunday, fun day, family day. Tune in on Monday when I'm here at 12:01 a.m. or 3 a.m. I'm the only one here. I don't have my kids here packing the 20 or 25 or 30 or whatever orders. Okay, so different Saturday than usual. Good Saturday. Got some good picking. I was thinking, you know, I was a little disappointed doubling my money, doubling $900, but I'm thinking, you know, $900 for a day's work. And obviously I've got a list of stuff and clean this stuff and pack this stuff, but still, I could be working for somebody else. That would suck. I think I'm actually gonna do better than doubling. It's just, you know, you gotta play the game to wait. I don't like to give my stuff away. I don't give my stuff away. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the comments. I see some good ones in there. I haven't had a chance to respond. Aiming for some sort of show at the end of the month. We'll probably go back through some questions that are submitted here this week and next week. And you know, all the questions in the comments that come through that are good and interesting and important, and I'm sure I missed some. Most of those do make their way into the show somehow, or get answered on the show somehow, or I talk about them. So keep them coming. I do appreciate that. And if anybody thinks that I can't run, I can still run. That's funny. Oh boy. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support and a thumbs up. Appreciate all the comments and questions. Pick well, list often. Dealer out of here.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.